Our verse today is Matthew chapter 4, verse 22. Immediately they left the boat and their father and followed him. Jesus was passing by the Sea of Galilee when he saw two pairs of brothers, Peter and Andrew and James and John, working as professional fishermen. He first called Peter and Andrew, who immediately left their nets and followed him. Going on further, he then called James and John, who were in the boat with their father. They also left their nets and their father and followed Jesus. Our verse follows the call of James and John, but the same words are used after the call of Peter and Andrew. This repetition raises several important questions for reflection. How did Jesus address them? What tone of voice compelled them to leave everything behind? Did they already know Jesus before responding so immediately? Did they consider what they were going into? Abandoning their livelihood to follow someone who would later say he had nowhere to lay his head? We cannot answer all these questions definitely in this verse or in this reflection, but they are worth reflecting on. Maybe you can reflect on them by yourself. Let us now analyze the verse and draw some insights. Immediately, in Greek, kai eutheos. Eutheos is an adverb meaning immediately, at once, or without delay. This word emphasizes the decisive obedience of these men and their unqualified response without negotiation or hesitation. It teaches us that our call to follow Jesus requires decisiveness and should not be conditional. Then they left the boat. The word aphantes, from the verb aphiemi, means to abandon, leave, let go, or forgive. Here it indicates that these men truly abandoned their work and livelihood. The boat symbolizes the instrument of their profession, their economic security, and their vocational identity. But leaving it, they relinquished their source of income and stability. In the case of James and John, they also left their father. This shows that following Jesus can mean leaving behind not only a profession, but also familiar relationships in order to focus fully on the demands of the kingdom. This is a challenging call. In our own lives, what are we being asked to leave behind? We may not be called to literally abandon our profession. Some are called to do so, especially in priesthood or religious life. However, God may be calling us to put Him first to ensure that our profession does not become an obstacle to following Him. Another call may be to use our profession as an avenue for serving God. Even family relationships, good and necessary as they are, must not become hindrances to following or serving God. Anything that draws us away from wholehearted discipleship must be set aside. That is what Jesus is saying in this verse. Having left everything, they followed Jesus. In the Gospels, the verb akouluteo goes beyond mere physical following. It denotes discipleship, submission to authority, and the adoption of a new way of life. This means that the disciples committed and dedicated their entire lives to Jesus. Our call as Christians, therefore, demands a prompt response to Jesus, a willingness to abandon whatever distracts us from God, decisiveness in our commitment, and a resolve to make Jesus the focus and center of our lives. Lord, give us the grace to respond to your call amid the challenges of our world. Amen. God bless you, and I wish you a wonderful day.